Hey guys, how are you doing? So recently I have downloaded the free-to-play ARPG MMO Undecember. The game is available on Steam. The game is similar to games like Diablo 4 and Path of Exile, and this is gonna be my first gameplay of it. I'm gonna go through it, I'm gonna give you my thoughts and my impressions of the game, and just in general let you know what I think about the game and how I feel about it. So in the beginning of the game, we ride these two big sandwalkers. We get attacked and we need to take one of them down. Upon doing so, we end up on the ground and we need to make our way back to the city. Once we made our way to the city, that's where all the shops and all the quests and everything open up, and that's where the game begins. Now, immediately I have to say that visually the game feels very nice. I really like it. It's some sort of a mix like in between like a Diablo and a Path of Exile. It's maybe not as grim as those games. I would say it's a little bit more vivid, and I do like the visual style of the game. While don't get me wrong, I enjoy the Path of Exile as much as the next person, but the game is very grim and dark, and of course that is the beauty of Path of Exile. It's supposed to be like that, but it's nice to play something a little bit more vivid for a change. Admittedly, the game when you start playing it is nowhere even near as complicated as Path of Exile. That for me is a thumbs up. However, what isn't a thumbs up is the whole UI system in this game. It's just god awful. Like there's just no way around it. It's just absolutely awful. I hate everything about it. I hate how you cannot double click things. I hate how can you not drag items. I hate how most of the things has to be done in towns. I hate the whole UI system. Everything about it. I hate how are you not able to click escape in some places of the UI. Just everything about the UI is just so wrong. While I believe it's pretty easily fixable with some updates, whether the game developer is gonna do that or not, that's debatable. That being said, as you can see, there's very pretty areas in this game. Like you won't see something like this in Path of Exile. It's very pretty and very vivid. You don't tend to see things like this in Path of Exile or Diablo. The visual aspect for me of this game is awesome. I like it. I like how the skills look, how they feel. I don't mind that at all. And eventually we make our way to the end of the first act, and here we meet this guy. He is the boss of the first act, so we need to get to him. Upon going a little bit further into the dungeon, we're finally able to make it to him, and we're able to face him. While the boss is not the most difficult thing in the world, it does give a little bit of a challenge even if it's not a huge one. But the bosses are pretty fun, they're pretty cool looking, they have pretty cool skills and amazing animations. Whenever you play this game and you're not interacting with the UI, I feel like it's a pretty good game and I like it a lot. It's just that whenever I have to interact with the UI, just everything in me immediately wants to install the game. I hate the UI so much, it's not even a joke. But the rest of the game I enjoyed it a lot. As you can see, we defeated this guy, then this thing showed up, beat it and went away, and then we got into the boat and we made our way to the second act of the game. One thing I like about this game, even if you're not following along the story too much, once you end up the act, it shows you a little cutscene, just gives you a quick reference points of what happened, where are you going next, and why things are developing in the way they do. So even if you're not following the cutscenes, you will still get the idea of what's going on, so that is pretty nice. I did eventually upgrade my skills a little bit. I watched a guide and I upgraded my skills accordingly to it. Thankfully it's not super complicated to upgrade skills, so that's a good part of the game. But not so good part of the game, just look at these potions. I hate how you have to make them and you have to wait. This is such a pay to win feature, it's not even a joke. It's like the game, you don't wanna wait? Pay. You know, it's simple as that, just pay us. Don't wait, just pay. And I hate it. I absolutely hate it. Like I said, the whole UI just god awful, absolutely awful. Should be deleted immediately and replaced. Fundamentally, I don't think the game is broken, I just think the UI is broken. While that is fixable, I have doubts that the game developers will fix it, just because it's so tailored for pay-to-win features. Admittedly, maybe it just feels to me like this, I don't know. Then I faced this guy here, and he killed me. He was pretty strong, to be honest. Thankfully I had instant resurrection, so I woke up and I killed him, but that wasn't the end. There's another guy show up, and I needed to kill him as well. And admittedly, this guy wasn't super easy either. I had to move around a lot, but I did manage to kill him. Now, on one hand, I like how you can upgrade any weapon and make it into the unique one. On the other hand, I feel like towards the end of the game it's gonna be such a pay-to-win feature. I don't know, I haven't got there yet, but I just have a bad feeling about it. Maybe I'm wrong. This is my first playthrough of this game, so I don't know, you know. Then this guy showed up, and we needed to defeat him. We needed to shoot some ballistas into this guy. Upon doing so, I'm shooting a few ballistas into the guy, and then shooting a bomb into him. He got this little explosion into his face, and I thought I'm gonna face him, but not really, no. He just turned away and walked out for some reason. But this guy showed up, and that was the boss of Act 2, so we needed to face him. Admittedly, he was pretty strong. It was a little bit of a challenge to defeat him. It wasn't a huge one, but it was still a little bit of a challenge. I had to move around a lot. because this guy was hitting me pretty strong, and then he killed me, but also had poison weapons, so he died as well from the poison, and in the cutscene I'm alive as you can see, and then immediately after the cutscene ends, I'm dead again. Just kind of confusing, but hey, we'll just take it. We'll just take it as it is, I suppose. And then we became the hero, everybody was cheering us, and immediately after that, this guy was like, hey, this guy is a spy, and they were like, okay, we'll arrest this guy, that's it, and I'm done, and I'm in prison. And then this mysterious man was like, hey, I'll help you to get out, and that's where I am right now. That's how far I got into the game. So, what are my thoughts about the game? Well, first of all, like I said, I really like the visual style of the game. I like the skills, I like how they look, I like how they feel. This game feels maybe just a little bit more slow than the Path of Exile. I don't mind that. Path of the Exile, it feels like you're going a million miles an hour sometimes. This one, however, feels like you're going a little bit slower than that, which is kinda nice. I don't know which one I prefer more. I like both. I like that there is a game with a different playstyle. Admittedly, I wish there was a little bit more uniqueness to the game, because a lot of things just feel like exactly the same as in Diablo or Path of Exile, and I know that it's meant to be this way, and I know that the game is meant to be like those games, but still I can't just shake the feeling like this game maybe could have had a little bit more uniqueness to it. Not that it's a bad game in any way, except for the UI of course, and potential pay to win, and any other thing I haven't gotten to yet. There are a few things this game could work on. Fundamentally, I don't feel like this is a bad game. Fundamentally, I think this is a good game with problems that could be fixed, but whether they will be fixed, I do not know. I did enjoy this few acts that I played, and if you guys want to see me play a little bit more of this, let me know in the comments. I'm willing to go for it. I kinda like the game. Even though I hate the UI and I feel like it might be a pain to win game, I still enjoy it. And until I reach the point where I have to pay my money to play this game, I'll be happy to play it until that point. As soon as you get out of the town and you no longer have to face the UI, I feel like it's a good game. Whoever designed this UI, it just feels like they never played video games in their life. Like, how can you in this day and age make a game where you cannot drag items from your inventory? Like, that just doesn't happen. When you cannot right click the items, when you cannot drag them, when the inventory is locked, you cannot do anything in it, and everything you can do, you have to do by clicking other stuff, where there are places where you press escape and nothing happens, even though you should go back. I don't know, whoever designed the UI, whoever was responsible for it, I feel like they never played video games in their life before. Maybe just me, I don't know. It's the worst thing about the game for me, by far, by a mile, by a country mile. Let me know if you also feel this way. Admittedly, if you are a new player, and I mean new player in terms of playing these type of games, like Diablo, Path of Exile, this game, I must say, as a new player, I might even suggest you to try this one out before Path of Exile. The reason being, this is so much more friendly. When you get into the Path of Exile, your ass is immediately being kicked all the way from the tutorial. So if you are a new player to this genre, and if you ask me which game should you try, honestly, I maybe would even say maybe try this one. And if you enjoy this type of game, then move to Path of Exile and then you're really gonna enjoy it. While I feel like the Path of Exile is definitely a more superior game to this, I also like how different this one feels. Yes, there is a lot of similar things, but at the same time, the gameplay, the visuals, everything you can see on the screen just kind of feels a little bit different, and I like that a lot, I do. And like I said, I don't feel like the game is fundamentally broken, I just feel like there are so many features that are. And of course all the pay to win situation, like you cannot ignore it. So yeah guys, I don't know, I feel like this game has potential. I feel like it's a little bit wasted. I feel like game developers could definitely improve this game a lot. Whether they will or they not, that remains to be seen. That being said, I did enjoy my time in this game. And if you want to see me doing more of this game, let me know in the comments. But for now, like always, I appreciate you watching. If you could subscribe, like, comment for the algorithm, that would mean a lot to me. And I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye bye.